cooldown like that. Honestly, if I was to guess, that's probably what I would guess as well.
None of us really believed that was going to be their final composition.
Here we go.
And clearly they have returned to a much more
Talon on defense, PRX on attack.
That killjoy.
Well, let's see how this one goes. I think, you know, you talked about the aggressiveness of these teams. We all have.
No frenzy. That's how you know they want to go over towards B to duel.
Because as friendly as these guys are, once it comes to a competitive match, all bets are off for that friendliness.
Wait, no orb? Oh, dude, that was so delayed. That's so weird.
Push onto the B site already.
Yeah, I mean, but they should be very well aware that this has been given up for free, right? Nobody in sight, just a nanoswarm to try to buy time. So they're going to stick the plant right away because they know that this means there has to be a flank coming. There's no way you retake the site without that.
3 passing behind.
As already the shots fired here on the ramp, going all the way of PRX and pushing through. The nanoswarm is Forsaken to pick up a second kill.
There it is. There's the first B, and it was very convincing. I like the idea from Talon 3-person push behind, but yeah, they dealt with this very, very well. They honestly kind of knew it was coming pretty early on when they pushed site, and then there was not much resistance.
Just one nanoswarm, that means there's a greater force coming
down. He actually dink him there early.
You have Forsaken watching out for that one. He cleans up house. And Mindfreak with a good start. Now Mindfreak, one of the players on PRX that has been a little bit up and down this season here in Pacific. Hasn't really been as hot as he used to be. I think fans would love to see him, you know, get on this hot start right
I mean,
away.
he's in spawn.
Yeah, definitely a good start here from the pistol round. Let's see how it
live.
continues. As now PRX is going to head towards the A site, which
it's not live, surely.
You guys will note everybody on the side of Talon is sitting in the spawn. And just waiting. I hope there's no issue or anything like that.
Looks like.
I mean, he's literally got his headphones on.
Yeah, maybe.
Running together. I mean,
I think they're maybe they're just saying we're not going to fight it. Maybe they missed something at the beginning of the round here. Yeah. So just Jip Boy's watching after his teammates. We'll find out afterwards if there was something going on here or not. But either way,
this is weird because they kind of showed what they wanted to do.
If you weren't already stacking A site, then you might as well die to the spike. Now the problem is, will they die to the spike? Because something is sniffing this out.
Oh, something's going to push out here. He might get in a bit of trouble himself as, never mind, Forsaken gets the perfect timing, and Garnets will get one.
Foxes actually gets a kill.
So, couple of kills.
Are they just going to accept? I think they're just fine with it, honestly.
Well, given how that
they got 2 kills.
They got a lot more kills than they expected.
Yeah, the question marks are allowed here.
Pushing out.
What the hell was going on?
Too bad either. I mean, something was still just keeping on that ghost as well. So
he's still sorting something out. Surely he can tech pause.
Be set for Forsaken. So
yeah, there were 3 players that
he was sorting something out in his hands. I don't know. It looks a little bit odd.
Definitely saving some creds, and you'll see a operator on round 3 for something. He has
Neon Frank, thank you so much, dude.
William.
On attacking side, in their bonus.
Wait, yeah, I literally said your name yesterday, Neon. That's so weird.
Wants to set the tone
unless you perfectly timed the days, and it was 5 months and then 6 months. Either way, mate, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it.
Not many players will have the confidence to do this, but something says, well, Talon, they're just another team. Like, that's how he talks about Valorant. If you listen to his interviews, he says, well, I
either way, we'll ignore that one. We get the full buy coming in. PRX on the bone. Okay, because they saved so many pistols, they managed to get loads of guns out. But they get the op out. They also fired shots, so we know that the op is here. So this is pretty bold. It's this is a massive round. Oh my God. Damn, the timing on that was crazy as well. He literally just finished doing all his util in terms of his double smoke, Kevin. Oh man, Talon. Nah, such a rough time.
And that is going to be the entire site empty here. Foxes does get one, but Garnets now is just, he's all the way on the A site alone. He's not going to be challenging this one anytime soon.
And
I think that's right. Thank you so much, dude.
Great lurk. I mean, last time
a whole month. Yeah, it's been a whole month. It's been fun though. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the 3 months.
And it pays off, right? Pat just not aware that he could already be planning.
All right, well the risk pays off, to be honest with you. And I mean, they had a very good buy. They only had a Spectre, right? They dealt with the weird eco that we saw very well. They kept all the rifles alive. They buy rifles into it. We got the op, and the op did pretty good. And it looked like PRX had done a bit of research in terms of the setups that they like to do, because they instantly were pre-aiming for the turret. So it's a pretty good sign. In terms of Talon, this might start becoming a rough one, to be honest.
Completely ties up Jit Boys, and he doesn't know where to look. Once he gets tagged a little bit, he's afraid that Jing's still going to push him, so he goes back to look at Hall, at which point Jing is now wrapped around through the site. Just a great bait and switch there.
Yeah, so now PRX, they pick up the bonus rounds. They also already have lockdown available because Forsaken has 6 kills. As we talked about, the lurk started with that, the push, very methodical, and a very clean round goes the way of PRX.
We are perhaps looking at the beginning of what an ideal speed run of Valorant looks like, right? Get round 3 operator, get round 4 lockdown, continue all your wins. I mean,
they got a nice ult into this one.
This round, that's going to open up another site.
Oh,
nice shot,
something
though.
just pushes through the harbor wall.
Foxes had his chance. We had a shot.
And Mind Freak just hanging around in mid plaza, just picking people off one by one. He gets the first as he'll be hanging around the doorway here, and the push.
Keeping this nice and simple.
Clean
Luck over towards the middle. Oh my goodness,
He
something.
doesn't even need to use his operator, as now this A site is free. As of course,
I do like him in this team. I'm not gonna lie. It's just an extra crazy person to add in. Nice reposition from him.
Of the classic, and will take his free kill.
Yeah, Mind Freak definitely looks a lot more dialed in today than some of their previous games. Obviously, this game has been going very well in favor of PRX, but just his focus, his sight lines, his reactions to seeing these barrels has been very.
He belongs here, yeah, kind of.
So my eyes are on him. See if we're kind of seeing the resurgence of Mind Freak. But I mean, something to have the confidence to push through. Now, I mean that cascade coming out from Art, it's, you know, you can definitely assume that, okay, they're trying to vie for a spot.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah. They've got shorter weapons.
I think they can make a lot of stuff work that has aggression.
I mean, it's no surprise that something expects someone there. But
Timeout? Yeah, I mean, it's their second buy, so
that even if he gets taken out,
we might see
else
one.
Will trade for him. And maybe it would have been Jing
The thing that I expect now is just a B hit, so they probably need to try and make sure that their B is unlocked.
It's very aggressive. You don't have to do that, but something gets in, picks up 2 kills on the round.
Because at the moment, it's literally just been buy rounds, or well, pistol. First buy round, they went B, and against the ecos, they've twice gone over towards A. So it's real simple calling at the moment. Game plan's nice and obvious. We can all work it out. Buy rounds over towards B, but then you're going. I mean, I tell you what, chat. It's like an old age classic, right? In terms of this, buy rounds B, and then ecos over towards A. But you'd be surprised the amount of times that people don't realize it's happening.
So hard to retake, and quite frankly, with a combination like Harbor, it is fairly easy to
All
plant
goes
as
in.
well. I mean, it takes so much effort to hold on to the site. Now, Jitboy's trying to wait as long as possible. He expects the operator. He's trying to draw the shot.
Molly goes in the corner. Does it reach the whole way?
Oh God. He is just
No,
in the
I thought it might be a little bit short. There's a chance for him to do great. They got really good timing on this plant though. Plant goes down, they get some mollies on it, they get over towards long. It's going to be very hard. In terms of the vision, the wall doesn't block vision of it. They're kind of using... The Talon wall is kind of helping them out. It's kind of helping them get the plant a little bit.
Well, they're able to take out the run it back, as divided they are, as trying to
Curve goes in, mollies are out.
Pushing in is Forsaken, picks off 2, and right here in main, they are just spraying on through. Pat does not have a
just
chance,
sucking everything. Yeah, I mean,
and that is all.
they had everything down. I want to see this wall here, chat that you're seeing on the floor. This has to get changed up, surely. They're literally giving them a plant.
Just to avoid, you know, the
they can't be doing that.
the way at the top of being long. And then they're kind of relying on the Cove you know, being able to draw out some time, maybe at the half
I mean, good.
ideally, but obviously they were ready to try to trade as soon as it goes down.
Good after plant. What else can we say, really? Good after plant from them.
I wonder if it was worth that, right?
Thought it was an attacking wall. Yeah, I mean,
to really ensure that the
that's what it feels like. They don't. I mean, they don't have a Viper. That's why it's just like so weird. Just giving them that.
At the end of the day, you have to get the kills to retake that site. I think that's the
So
bottom line.
I'll explain the wall so everyone understands the idea. Basically, they don't, because they have the Phoenix and stuff. They don't want them pushing over towards the site itself and fighting it. That's like the whole thing. They looked at how they used to play, and then they just pretty much just went down. They like to fight site a lot. And then the only thing that PRX has changed up is like, damn, if they're doing this wall, let's just use it, and we can just play after plant long B, right? Play what the map's made for.
You guys can read that for yourself.
I mean, listen, they'll be great at Valorant.
Absolutely, you know. The next generation, perhaps Valorant 2.
If PRX can make double duelist work,
and, I mean,
why can't Sentinels? Yeah, it might be different. Playstyles are different in different regions. It might be easier to get away with some of this stuff here than it is in Americas.
Forsaken has been farming. Mindfreak 7-0-3.
Like in Americas, and especially like a lot of the Brazilian teams and all the NA teams as well, there was always double duelists, like for the whole time. And I think they're kind of used to it. They're kind of good at it. Whereas a lot of these teams were kind of, at least the APAC region was pretty high up on Utah at the beginning.
But I think that sequence right there on B long just goes to show how good something is.
This was nice though. Again, another kill over towards B, trying to make it look like they could go over towards B. The op going here, but originally it's just the same plan, right? Against the low buys, you go A. Against the full buys, you go over towards B. Still hasn't been stopped. Wall is still here, which is kind of worrying.
This is looking rough because here's what's starting to happen. As Talon says, okay, well B side, man, what are we gonna do? Maybe we got to have backup come faster. Let's have the harbor nearby so we can draw even more time. But then, you know, obviously this was an eco, but I think it just goes to show if something's opening up the first kill with the operator every time, your homework is now no longer the site. It's now something.
God, they're making this one look so easy. Holy hell. Let's hope we get something big from Talon in terms of the next buy round, because this has been crazy convincing. Like, crazy convincing.
If he's able to just run and just do whatever he wants and just
yeah, I know it's Talon's map pick. It's not a good sign for them.
Then honestly, I mean, you don't deserve to take him out. He'll just continue to
You'd expect they got something big planned for their attack, but they might not get any rounds for that.
This is a really scary part as well.
That team might not get any rounds at all.
Which is, even if you do have an operator, something can just get super aggressive too. It's not like,
okay, did the coach call about the AB, and then now they're thinking for their first buy they're gonna go over towards A? Potentially. Either way, wall is still the same. The only real thing that's kind of different is we have the op out first time over towards B. But I think this is the first time they've been able to afford it. Early A control. And they want something to this is definitely Talon's best chance, right? They got some good ults, they got the op out, they got a good setup over towards A. We haven't had much map control from PRX. Should be hard for them to get out here. I say as they get a pass, instantly spawn. Dude, he was there so fast.
He's still gonna get the kill. Doesn't matter. Forsaken able to line up the operator kill as Pat picks up one, but lurking in art is Mindfreak. The Seeker's gonna spot him, and that
every single day we see one.
Every
single day we see another mouse jump bug.
But actually, Talon are able to put an end to the nonsense.
Man, the Seekers came in at the
okay,
perfect
nicely done though. They had a very good setup over towards A. Yeah, I imagine that's the last time PRX tried an A on their buy. They had a good setup, and kind of got punished in terms of no defaults, right? They did no default, no pressure on the map. Rotate could come in, good setup again, like we said from Talon. Cruz did great. And all the util was there.
They probably would have succeeded in the retake. Now, it looks like Talon wants to stick with this.
You don't understand the mouse wheel jump thing. So people will put mouse wheel down or mouse wheel up as jump just to make bunny hopping easier. Also frees up spacebar for other stuff. And then sometimes when mouses are made, like if you flick really fast or like you push your mouse down, like you pick it up and put it down when you're swiping, when you're putting it down, the force of it will make the mouse will pretty much just like think it's getting used, and then you jump.
He's so aware that the only place that they don't have coverage of is
it only happens in certain mice, but it's very common. It's actually very hard to seem to get rid of, because there's a lot of mice that have it.
Setup from TALON. Constantly throw our operator and all of our utility to check for B link and B long, and then PRX.
Yeah, it makes sense, Corpse. That the jumping in that was good. Like when you could heal and then you could bunny hop.
Well, they knew it was coming, and that's going to be that first duel. We do have the lockdown here.
Not importing in Valor. No, but it's also like, if you come from other games, if it's important in the other games, it's going to be what you're used to. So you're still going to do it. Alright, they get the plant. Did they get the plant down? Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I saw a dog going in.
And Jitboy is trying to get aggressive. He's going to get that first shot with the shorty, but immediately
okay, 3v4 in terms of this one. It could be on because of this luck. So these two need to buy a lot of time, and the ult's going to help do that. Do they expect this?
Oh, this is all for Mindfreak. He gets the flank.
It is perfect timing. And now
big kill. Jing just still caught on the reload. He doesn't win this on 20 HP though, right?
20 health. As he's got time, not able to get it to halfway.
Holy hell, comms came in about the HP. It was close. 55, Paddy. 55. Okay, PRX lose another round over towards A. It's almost as if they should be going B. And it was, again, a nice retake from TALON. It's just...
What a good hold here coming out from TALON. I mean, just the awareness
yeah, I mean, they do have a nice hold. They're going fast. That's the thing that I like. As soon as the spike is down, they're going fast. Because they know that they have like a lot of util they can stop. They have Killjoy mollies, they have Phoenix mollies if they want to. They also realized Phoenix ult was up, so they had to go real fast in this one, try and make them use it all. So I like that.
Oh, the fans love it.
Do I think the shorty should be nerfed? Yeah, I think I'm fine with it doing the damage it does because it's entertaining. I think you just need to get punished more in terms of econ, right? So let's double the money, maybe a bit more than double it. I think it's fine, 350 or something. I think that's a good start. It is crazy strong. I would be fine with a damage nerf,
I mean,
but
they're calling back. They're trying to make it happen. See if they can continue. I mean, they forced out a timeout for PRX.
350 is crazy. Watch everyone still buy it if it's 350.
Lose a couple rounds, but I think they were just saying, you know, we're on the attacking side. We've got Phoenix. Let's make sure we close this first half out in a solid fashion.
Jing is a big fan of cats.
Oh yes, we found that out.
So that's Jing as a cat.
Especially against like Viper ults. You want it to be more situational than everything else.
Let's see what's going to happen.
You want it to be like really situational, like Viper ults. Maybe a really good pause in terms of
oh no! TALON has such a read on this.
Yeah, they looked into this. He's gonna do the double, and he's gonna. Oh, he's not there. He dropped off.
Not gonna do it. He's just gonna climb back out. The mind game's
yeah, he was tempted. They were ready for it though. Oh, but I think he is going to do that when he goes to knife, so it's going to be interesting. Nice push from TALON. Dude, they're changing it up a lot now.
Here's the thing. That actually makes TALON less aware of something's position. The Viper's pit is now out. Now, because of that, TALON will
he got here really fast, and now he's just like, man, surely he's literally here, and he's like, surely they have to be thinking about this at one point. And he's right. What's the trigger discipline like? Not there, but
wants to get that first kill. Garnet's waiting with the operator.
Garnets did great. Consider that he could have been walking up here the whole way. He did great. I actually saw a ping that came in that was pretty good. Pretty much where the this pre-aim should be.
Yeah, they can buy time with the nanoswarms again. The plant's not gonna
I like pinging. I do like pings like this, where they can be like, he can be here. Like with walking, he can help, but depends what people like.
He'll buy time for the backup to arrive. He'll even
Nice
get
kill.
the spike plant.
Nice shots. Damn, they're actually alive. They're actually here.
Trying to make things interesting. 1v3. Knows he's even gonna take out Garnets. Okay, this is getting very interesting. 20 seconds left to stack though, and that's gonna be enough. 2v1.
Small chance into that one. They didn't instantly kill him, but yeah, nice setup either way. 3-6. I think the money is now starting.
just
It's
good
starting to.
discipline.
It's
I
still
mean,
a,
Barnett's does lose
still
out
a
on that
while off.
duel,
Okay, the
when it was
judge is
3v1,
getting bored, so it
but
means
it
that the
doesn't
knives are
matter.
coming in.
Rest of his teammates holding
And
strong. Jit Boys
I imagine
with
they
some
picked up
great
the op at the
awareness that
end,
he has to
so
constantly check
we
two
might
angles.
see
Here's the
him
thing,
predict the double up draft
that
that
entire round, Jit
something
Boys was
does.
constantly checking two angles throughout the whole round just to make sure that B site was secure, and it pays off.
Alright, back to the normal B. It's looking like it makes sense. They've lost 3 rounds over towards A middle control, and back to the 4-1 over towards B. It's been what's working, and it hasn't really been shut down yet, so I think this makes sense. I like this though. They've got alarm bot Molly to try and prevent once they dash into it, especially with the judge. If he can get into elbow, he's going to be super strong.
Keep control of it with the
Molly
judge.
goes here. So this is just a nice hit. Like, how do you
he's
hold
actually gonna
this?
go right up to heaven.
Let's find out. They got 3 people here.
This
This is the most you're ever going to have here. Can they hold it with 3 people?
Cruz gonna hold this down. He
Nicely
takes
done
out
from
2.
him.
As Forsaken, he has been stacking up the kills himself. Mindfreak here as well,
Oh
picks
man,
up a
Mindfreak
second.
hit that
And
shot on
now, all
heaven.
of a sudden, PRX
That
are
one's
back in
wild.
control.
Just when you thought it was looking good, 2v4 goes down into a 1v2. He has an op to retake.
This is a huge choice to make
That
here for
second kill
Garnett.
from
It's
Mindfreak
difficult with the
was
operator, but you don't have any
crazy.
rifles you can switch to unless you go to heaven. Now, if you go in and lose this, you're not getting it back.
Okay. This is getting pretty interesting. He does have a shorty. He's gonna spot.
That was a position of 1.
On the backside here, or actually that was Forsaken.
Yeah, but he barely misses it. Forsaken's already
Damn,
back to
Forsaken's
the
not.
mind games
He gets
again.
spotted here, knows he has an op, knows
They're
most
going to
likely he's going to be
go
posted up on him, so he
pretty
walks
handily
all the way
in favor
around
of
like this.
Forsaken there, as
Yeah, respect
it's
this
really
one.
the Forsaken and Mindfreak show. I mean,
That's so
15
funny.
kills already in the 10 rounds we have played.
That is funny.
And they were behind on this take, but still, they were able to win it out.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz looked like he was going to be able to hold on to B Hall here, but Mindfreak peeks out at the perfect time to swing over up to heaven as well.
Where's
That
Sushi?
really
I
secured
mean,
the round, in my
6-person
opinion.
roster. They change
PRX
it. They
fantastic
change
to see that.
per map.
Yeah.
So
Just pretty nasty stuff from Mindfreak. Able to hold it together for PRX as Talon finally waking up and giving them a bit of a challenge in the last 4
again,
or so
nicely
rounds.
done at least from Talon.
All right, they did manage
It's
to scrape
it's
together
a
an
risky round in
opportunity
terms of the
for
money for them.
Nets,
They're not going to have a
but
good buy into
Fox
the
now
last round
without
if
a
they
weapon
lose this
just to
one.
share
They
it.
go in. They really want to win this because of the money,
Now,
and obviously
Lockout and
because
Judgment available,
it's
so
7-3,
that's
they
why
got to
they're
try
trying
win
to
something, so they
eventually
get Harbor
shift
into this.
over to
Oh,
A, but
dog
he's been
stun.
caught. He's got to dash out, but even then he's slowed.
They at least force him back with this.
Okay, they're just
But now they
spraying
need
through. He
to
is able
think
to
of
get
an
away.
original, a different plan, because all of this is a question mark at the moment, and they've used the dog, right? The main thing that they used to go out, clear all of this, has just been used, so they don't feel super confident going out here, especially as they've had the op, I
And it
think.
didn't work out. So they expect the setup to be over on A again with the operator
So
only on
yeah,
B.
change of idea in
Their
terms of this
thought
one.
is if we can just force our
XOZ,
way
what's
through
up?
B Link,
What's
this
up, what's
round is
up?
ours one way or the other. And they're going to do it.
And something's getting in here pretty aggressively. He has the Blade Storm. He's going to use it. Double up draft. Finds Cruz. Doesn't
Damn,
find the kill.
that was unlucky.
It's a
I like the
spam on
idea.
through.
Ult coming in.
Now getting aggressive himself.
3-person, crazy
Back,
strong
but he's gonna be
Crossfire. There's
taken out
Talon
on that
can't
one.
lose this.
Garnett's with 2 kills now.
Crossfire's too
You
good.
count that one. Takes out Forsaken. As Pat and the rest
This was
of
really
Talon have
nice,
been
right?
moving down
Them
the
stopping
backside
over
of B with
towards
4
B.
people.
They use the dog at the beginning, then they don't feel confident to go out, so they have to go back. I do think the backup plan was pretty poor, to be honest.
Just making sure he doesn't get
But,
caught
yeah.
from another angle here. And both teams, I think, not willing to over-aggress here. Lots of people broken in their economy. Talon scraped to go to 4th one. Now,
But yeah, they needed this round to keep everyone alive as well, so they get a good buy into this. Talon making a run for it, because honestly, attack-sided map, you get 4, you get 5, it's definitely doable, you're feeling alright. Killjoy ult still have Harbor ult as well on top of this, so not too bad.
Now they have a lot of map control.
Considering the start and considering they lost pistol, yeah, this is like decent. Be happy with this one.
This might end up just being 7-5. I mean, that's not half bad at the half. Talon have absolutely got themselves into a winnable position now, as they're going to have the
Killjoy ult
lockdown.
early here to
Interesting.
get door
Okay,
pressure.
lockdown to
We should see a
secure
smoke here.
B-Link. Now, what can you do with that, though?
Okay, no smoke here. They're going to dog this to see. And they follow it all the way up. 3 people. Insane crossfire here.
I mean, he's going up against multiple people. He's taking shots from both sides. He still takes off.
He still gets one with 3-person crossfire. And then they bust over towards A while they're all focused on this. This was a nice round from PRX. Looked a little bit wild. Maybe something should not have been able to get one. But I kind of like the idea. I like the idea. It pulls off a lot of people with the ult of like art is basically free once you do this.
It is the last round of the half, so he's just gonna have to try to.
They dog in, they just send one person, but then everyone else goes over towards here and you split. This is actually really good.
Just thinking back on how this round unfolded.
And this one's too hard for Cruz. It turned out to be pretty good. Pretty good half from both teams, I guess, if you look at it, if you want to be positive for Talon.
Not many players will say okay to that.
Okay, that's 2. That looked pretty cool, but it's not going to win him the round. PRX will finish the attacker side with 8. Is quite
you only use Killjoy ult on site. Honestly, in your ranked games, I wouldn't suggest using anything else. Like, this one only works because they're doing a dog, they're following it up, they're creating pressure, and it's just like normal rotates. in ranked, just trust me, just stick to the normal stuff.
I want to see what strategies they have here for the defender side.
Yeah, curious to see what the defense looks like now. While I think Talon, they're not going to feel too bad about the 4-8 scoreline, right? They're running the Viper Harbor. They're imagining that they'll have a bit of an easier time.
The average rank in chat, I have no idea. I don't even know what the most common rank is, man.
Not only is there still a Killjoy on the other side, but now you've got that Phoenix as well. The hot hands
I got no idea.
Will be saved up to combat the Cove, you know, for that plan. And Talon, the question is, can you draw that out, or can you make sure you're constantly switching up your Cove positioning to make sure you can plant safely? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, it is going to be kind of a fun mini game between those 2 agents for sure. And yeah, I mean,
yeah, Kishin, I literally have one here. It's just, it's on me.
To counteract on the defensive side, there's a lot to go over
on me.
When it does come to this half. Just to consider positioning and where they want to be attacking on the side if you're Talon. You know, how many times do we go for B in a row? Definitely something to consider.
Oh my God, quite a few fans here on both sides of the audience, actually, both PRX and Talon.
They flew here to support you.
I know. I mean, that's great to see. We've actually got a lot of Jing fans.
Go and Rome, what's up, dude? Go and Rome, thank you so much. Chat 21 months for Go and Rome in the Slug Club. Let's get a lot of slugs in. It's a long time. Thank you so much for all the support, mate. Thank you for doing that.
Talon win. You can do it. Fighting Cruz.
They could. I mean, it's very much possible. Meanwhile, their friend cheering for PRX.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter who you're cheering for. You can still come on down. You can make a sign that says, I don't know, go Fnatic if you wanted to.
You could.
If you really wanted to, we're not going to stop you.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic's a great team, right? Boaster's a great guy. Everyone loves Boaster and Fnatic, so.
I wouldn't recommend it, but, you know, if that's your thing.
Speaking of, I believe the playoffs tickets, or at least for everything but the final weekend, has been going on sale now too. So that's something to check out for those interested. They're being sold by match as well, so that way you can try to make sure you secure your seat for the match that you specifically want to watch.
Yeah. All right, pistol rounds.
All right.
Gonna be huge. Talon really want to take this one out and just get the ball rolling.
Talon's chance to spam B. Just as much as we saw.
Yeah,
honestly, we actually saw a good mix-up from PRX, to be fair to them. They actually hit A good amount. I like this. I like their strat at the beginning, though. The buys over towards B, secure them the ecos, or the anti-ecos over towards A.
Right, Cove available. They're waiting to try to bait out any more utility talent.
What do I make of the Phoenix? I like the Phoenix. I like the Phoenix on this map. The orbs are very attainable, especially the A1.
He's in the corner as well. That's a pretty epic first pickoff. As into the Cove he goes, Jing, but he goes down.
Oh, that's a double stun with a dog.
Huge value. Something pushes out, takes out 2, but Cruz and Fox able to trade him back.
Mind games on both sides again. The Cove. We'll hold that thought. Looks like the duel's not
saw them falling back. Now what's the plan?
The long-range ghost battle continues. And yeah, they're just going to run out of here as 2-on-2 on the attacker side. You can definitely
Astral
mix things
Viper.
up.
Honestly,
Oh,
Eve is
no,
fine.
he
This is
has
a
no
nice decision from him.
idea.
It's a really nice decision from him. Look how ready he is for all of this.
Cruz.
Good decision
Gonna avoid that.
to
Actually
try and
takes
get
the
out of there,
kill.
though. I
Okay,
liked
so
it, but
Cruz now,
bit off with the
he's
timing.
choosing. It's a 50-50
Smoke
shot.
wasn't great
Do
for
I
it.
think Mindfreak has already rotated with his teammate or not? Eventually,
Gotta
he's
go
gonna,
fast.
yeah, he's gonna have to run to either side.
Yeah,
He chooses
Cruz definitely in a
B,
good
and he
position
will
to
be
win this one.
correct. He'll be
The
able to get
good
the
news for
plan
Mindfreak is
safely,
he has
and
one
what
smoke,
that
one
does for him is
star,
he now has
so
this
he
toxic
can definitely
screen to
smoke
work
the
with
spike, and this becomes a
against
little bit
Mindfreak's
easier
rotate.
if that happens.
Mindfreak going to get the info pretty early on. He is going to start running over to A. And it's just going to come down to, you know, does he check the angle of where Cruz is set up here?
It's going to be hard. Mindfreak has so much to check. He's got to check backside. He's got to check for B tower.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that pillar in the middle. Now, Cruz, he doesn't even have to rush after the first sound on
Damn,
the
good timing going here.
potential defuse, right? He can really wait until that last
Smoke on the
second to
spike
swing.
itself. Can he get out?
Uh-oh, Mindfreak.
Nicely done from Cruz. Really strong.
That's an
Okay.
clutch here for Cruz. Picks up the pistol
On attack as
round,
well.
and now
Feels like if they can
things are
get some
gonna
momentum,
much more
get some ults
interesting
going,
in
it
this
should
match.
be nice. They got halfway to Viper
Canada
already.
has PRX on the defense side. Let's talk about this right here. The Cove actually being used purposely as a shield to bait someone in. Jip Boys gets the first kill, but the Trailblazer goes through and bites down 2 people. So a nice little interaction back and forth. But seeing that on the pistol round, Cruz getting
It's been alright, Elio. It's been a bit of a mix-up.
Seeing that in the pistol round should now let PRX know
First 6 rounds
that
was
it's not going
by
to
rounds
be,
B,
as we
Eco's
go
A,
into a pause
and
here, a
then
tech pause.
after that there was
We'll have to sort that
a
out.
tactical pause,
But yeah,
and it was
and
pretty
that's
good
gonna
after
allow
that.
PRX to recognize, okay,
So
now
that had a
we
pretty
can't
cool round,
just
Elio,
throw our
that you might want to
utility
watch.
because the code goes up, right? 'Cause we don't know if they're actually playing their
Literally,
whole
I think it was the last round of the attack half
Yeah.
with
And,
the Killjoy.
hopefully we can get
It was pretty
this,
cool. It's kind of
this
unique.
issue solved. Seems it's a gear issue and shouldn't take too long. So just got to make sure everything's working correctly after a very high pressure round for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's even maybe more so on PRX's side. They thought they were up 6-0. This was going to be an easy day, and now suddenly they're starting to get challenged here. Talon starting to claw back in. Meanwhile, maybe double checking some things on Fox side as well. Cruz is just chilling. He's just riding the beat. Although perhaps those headphones really are working well, because I don't think he's really on tempo with the beat we have here. But no, he's still grooving.
He can feel the beats.
That's true. I mean, the bass is pretty loud
Yeah.
in the studio.
Absolutely.
Oh, something's mystical one-tap show. I don't know. We don't quite know him for his one-taps just yet. That's Scream. That's Scream
yeah.
over on Carmine Corp, but...
It's going to show... Oh, who's
hey,
that?
Who's that?
I think I recognize her.
And who's that? Valdez, lol, nice guy.
Lol, nice guy. Where's William?
That's me with my
Serial
EDPI.
stat nerd.
EDPI over 9,000. We were just talking about this the other day. I play on really high sets, and I play at EDPI 1600. Oh, she's enjoying the crowd today.
Mentality breakdance.
Mentality breakdance. Oh, lots of fans.
Nah, I think it's some kind of sound issue. Because they were sorting out, I think it was Paddy's headset.
Yeah, sometimes we need some days off to just enjoy the games, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
We talk about Valorant so much, sometimes we just want to watch some Valorant.
You missed the Levy
atmosphere we
EG
got
game you
here
wanted to watch a
in
VOD, but I only
the studio,
uploaded one map.
Just coming down
So
and enjoying yourself, watching
I've got
the match.
I've got the
No
third
doubt
map
they were
sitting
gonna
there.
launch
I'm not
anyway,
uploading
so
the
might as
Pearl
well
Man.
come on down.
I don't want people to watch it.
As looks like we are resuming here,
It's
so
just
should be back into the game
I
here in
don't
just
want
a
people to
moment.
waste their time, man.
Just I know exactly
So
what all the
I got
channels
I got the third map coming up.
That's all they ever wished for.
It's always fun.
I can
to
upload
people
that one
look
for
around,
you.
but there's always gonna be that
I'll
guy
upload
that's
the
like
third map.
fastest
It's pretty much
restart the
ready.
game, even though it's,
You waiting for the
you
third
don't
map?
have that
Do you know what?
power.
Okay,
just
I
want that
can
fan to know
flashbang
that
you
I
all,
purposely
but
don't start the
I can
game just
upload
for
it.
them. Just
Maybe
so
I'll
they
do it
don't
after
have to
this
say in chat.
eco.
Yeah. So one guy, I mean, he's not gonna say
This
anything
pal,
unless
I'll
you,
upload this pal. It's fine. It's not as bad.
There you go.
PRX are kind of saving us a little bit because they don't
Marshall,
have a spam
so
comp.
picking up a couple kills in
We
the
might
last
see
round,
Talon
even
play,
with
but
this Marshall, he should be able to buy a rifle and a light armor at least, even if he does go down. So, like the play as
They hear him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they've made enough noise.
Oh no,
as,
Fox. You gotta reload.
yeah, this is not going well as Talon are just mowing him down.
Jing is trying to counteract the snake with his hot hands. Oh,
Okay, I can upload it now. I can upload the second one now. Let me
I mean, a Hail Mary from PRX,
chat. Everyone look away. It's gonna be a flashbang. Is everyone looking away? Cover your eyes.
I think Talon says, okay, with this many people coming out of B side, we heard the Marshall earlier.
You can all look again.
Well, let's not take any more chances.
Yeah. And now
I'll upload
rotation is coming in.
It should be
We can
ready
see on the
for the
minimap,
third
actually,
map.
that something is already pushing out pretty aggressively here. Might as well.
Doesn't
Looks like he was
upload?
able to
Doesn't
pick
annoy
up
you that
a
you've got every map?
circle on the way,
Nah,
so
man. It was.
even if it does get a little bit,
not worth watching.
feisty on this fight
I don't want
parade,
people to watch it, man. It was
could use
horrendous.
that instead of the Marshall.
All right, yeah, just something.
It was
something
it was
for
just
his
the epitome of
troubles.
why the map is a bad
Some of
map.
his troubles.
There you go.
And now it's just a guessing game. I mean, I think on the side of PRX, whether you just die the spike or
How
whether
the
you try
hell
to
do I?
get a couple kills, it's not.
Mate,
gonna
how can I
matter
be
too much
lost
since
on
you did
YouTube
buy
as
up
well?
Plant
Why am I
Marshall.
just lost
I
on
think something
every
surely would
platform?
want a kill for his troubles. Get another old dwarf and a couple extra credits. But he's not gonna get that first one.
And it will be a flawless here for Talon after winning the pistol. So good on them to continue with this. Something actually has enough for full armor after all of that. Perfect, actually. It looks like he is not gonna have any smokes though.
Yeah,
Just showing that Cruz got the kill while blinded.
Yeah, well, just great reads again from Talon, right? They expect that PRX, they're the type 2 rush out on those eco, so they wait for it. Now, here's the big question. Talon, they did buy up some rifles, right, on that last round.
Alright,
so
I'll check it after
they're
this
gonna
round.
try to match the firepower
Something's
here
going on, I
this
don't know, man.
bonus.
Something's not right today.
Shots already exchanged here and pushing out his PRX.
See,
They're
this
gonna
is the
take
one
out
thing that
three.
PRX were always going to have to
Main
do,
on the
and they
ramp
did
here,
it so
Garnets.
well. I know it's against the bonus, but the bonus was pretty good in terms of the guns, but they're shut down over towards B. They don't want to get the spam B going. They don't want this to happen, so they take a big gamble on literally every other side of the map, and they just have to shut down B at one point. Gamble pays off in this one.
But on top of that, I mean, PRX, this is the type of thing where you look at it and initially you say, oh, they're just like aggressing out and picking up aim duels. But the thing is they set up Jing for success there, right? You have Forsaken peeking out before on screens above, so then people are kind of worried about the spam through the cascade. Meanwhile, you're counter using the cascade against your opponents to plant Jing into that cubby. And then you have the flash out from Devi as well, so it's a double flash, guaranteeing that anyone who's trying to peek against him are flashed up, and Jing able to clean house.
Jing just checking his score. He's like, that was a pretty cool play. It looks like I'm still in fourth, though. Need some more kills to catch up to my teammates.
Gotta imagine that if you're on a team like PRX, that often comes into play, right? You're like, well, who's really top of the scoreboard this time?
Okay, the Ascent game's up.
Not something too much to read into, I'd say, just based on, you know,
The Ascent game's up
form.
if you want to check it out.
Has had insane rounds, insane clutches, insane carry performances for his team. Only 3 kills so far on Pearl. Not a big deal. I'm sure he'll get more as the day comes along. As Fox not looking the right way.
I think that was a dink, but just through the wall as well. Well, okay, so a little bit of information on both sides, right, on what the default start is here for this round. Round 16, Jing gonna be able to heal.
Right, in terms of this one, big buy round, especially considering a lot of the money. We might be able to see Talon squeeze out a buy, but I doubt it.
He has no intent on actually fighting any of these, because here's the thing, he can use the run it back for the retake, or
And even though they got shut down over towards B, Talon are doing the old, you have to shut us down B twice.
Looks like they're waiting for
And in
Talon
terms
to
of
make
this
the first
right now,
move
we have 4-person rotate. This is
Jip Boys
completely
was
open.
waiting
They're
for
taking a
that
bit of a
potential
gamble with
lure
this.
coming out from Mindfreak.
And they have to start
But as
looking at
Destiny
it.
would have it, they're not going to align just yet.
Sprayed through the wall, not going to get too much. Garnet still on full health, gets the run it back as Forsaken on the site, not expecting him.
Nicely
And in the
done from
backside,
them.
something gates
There's just
one,
numbers
as
here.
Jing's
There's
on
just
the
so
top,
many
gonna pick
numbers
up
here.
2,
And
and
until
holds
Talon
on to the site
punish
for
this
PRX.
area that they're leaving open.
Oh, a nice timing from Jit Boys to swing as he expects that they're going to wait for the Astra utility to come out. And now back down to a 1v1. Jit Boys only
Astra
62 health.
suck. Oh, he
Got
plants
6
safe.
seconds. He will get
No
the plant
way.
down
He's on for it.
as the one-on-one commences. Mindfreak has been so insanely clutch.
Oh my god, he
Only has
pushed
the
forward.
Bulldog, though, and he's gonna
Damn,
get one
dude.
tap.
Nice
Jit
1v3.
Jit Boys with the
Holy
clutch,
hell.
3 in a row to keep Talon in
Damn,
the
he
game.
actually
And I
keeps
was
them
just
alive.
thinking to
And do they
myself,
have to
this
eco
one's
after that?
much
Yes,
harder
they do.
because it's
What a
going to be much
crazy
more obvious
impactful
what his
round from him.
location is. He didn't have time to run into backside without making noise. He didn't have time to run all the way around without making noise. So you expect him to either be close or slowly walking out. And Jit Boys uses that against them. Even this right here, the timing to swing as
Not
the
that I know
Astros
about, guys.
starts to come online. I mean, I'm sure it's frustrating from Alex.
I mean, yeah,
can't blame him, but
that
here's the thing.
that reaction's pretty warranted.
Jit Boys, I don't think you can blame the PRX players on that one.
It's losing a 1v3 like this
Coach
on
will
a
have
round
a
that
different
forces you to
perspective,
eco.
of
Like, it's a
course,
massive swing round.
Our very objective one, and he is fired up. He immediately slams that timeout button, if there is one. I don't think that's how it works. But anyway, he calls
They
the
have those
timeout.
easy buttons.
It's like, that was easy. Timeout. Yeah. So he is.
What teams globally do you think PRX are good at stylistically?
He is not happy with the way they handled that. Maybe just feeling like the team is getting a little bit lackadaisical.
I'm not sure it
perhaps,
works
once they get
anymore,
a lead,
man.
right?
I'm not sure their style works that well
we're
anymore.
6-0, we're vibing, this is super easy, and then Talon comes back, so they're like 3 against 1. They're like, oh, okay, we can just swarm the site, and they get punished for it.
I mean, I would say that if I was
I
in
guess
Alex,
team.
Coach Alex's position, I guess
I
the
don't know.
point
I'm
that
not
is
even sure,
frustrating
man.
is you could
I'm
have
not sure
waited until
anymore.
the gravity well itself
Ages
was
ago, I
more
would have
prevalent
said a
with
lot of
Star,
teams.
so,
Now I'm
you
just
know, again,
like,
I think those are the points you made, though. It's not that their play was
they
necessarily
play in
always
such
a
a
bad thing,
unique,
but there was a secret
set
choice. You
way, though.
already
It's
won.
very set. They're
Why
very
take
set
the
in their ways
risk?
in terms
Now,
of how they play that.
We'll see how
I
that
don't know.
timeout
I think you should be fine.
transfers here. Does it translate over to a round win, or will Talon start to run away here with the comeback?
But they outclass a lot of skill
The
of
question,
teams.
take a look at Talon's
Right, the
positioning,
actual
very passive
players
at the start
outclass
of
a
the
lot.
round. They're going to mix up the tempo, and this is against a PRX eco. So
Damn, I can't get over how
time
big
just
this
takes
round
seconds
was.
for any
It's such a
weird
big
shenanigans after
1-on-3.
timeout, and
Holy
then
hell.
go for a team push afterwards.
What I imagine is going to happen with Talon is once you go down to the 50-40-second mark, they'll regroup and use that lockdown to really push out a site. I would be very worried if he goes through double doors right now. There is no reason for Jit Boys to be doing this.
Yeah.
Oh boy, there's two of them. They have no util to get through this. They just gotta straight go through.
Okay, so they're going to use
Damn,
sneakers
they hear the
first.
rotate as well.
That forces out movement, and that allows
Yeah,
Jit Boys to have the
they've just been
angle.
over-rotating every single time, but they kind of have to just because of B.
Assume as something spots this coming in. And now he's on the hall. He's in the back of the site now in the cove. They get the plant down.
30 seconds left.
Oh! Uh-oh.
Garnett's trying to take control of backside. I mean, they got the plant so safely.
Not
now
like
they're
this,
losing
though.
to the pistols.
They're just getting straight up.
Wall goes in.
right
Are they going to
now.
touch
They have
this?
the
Yes,
plant
they
down,
are.
but
Spam goes
Spam
in.
to the wall is not working.
They don't have the lineup.
They got it
fight.
half.
Yeah, the
Molly
snake
comes
bite is there,
in.
but not
Can
the
they win any of
crosshairs.
these duels? That was not
They get it
together.
to
Can
half.
they?
Still got a couple of members of Talon that are
They're rushing it a
spamming
little
through,
bit.
and
They're rushing
winning
it.
this for the
They
team.
rushed it.
As Jang,
It
he's
just
got a
wasn't
dream,
together.
but it
Nicely
is
done.
not enough,
2v4
and
from
will
Talon
eventually
in terms of
be able
this
to take
one.
that down.
Valdez, I was thinking to myself, if Talon loses that
Yeah,
round, that's the round you get
2v4.
frustrated over
Good
your
after
coach,
plan.
but,
Good
I
positions.
I
B
think
site, pal.
Talon, this was another round where they were maybe
But,
taking too many risks, right? Or making sure they covered
Talon,
things.
sorry,
What I was imagining you did was
PRX
put the lockdown
could
over
have
too long
handled
in
this
that
a
little
bit
dip.
better, but they did
Pushed
so well
outside,
to get it into this
the code,
situation.
pistols.
That's the
But
thing.
either way, up to the plant was fine. After that, I mean, it's PRX with sheriffs, right? They got their aim down, so.
Yeah.
On paper, though,
It's not enough
if you
utility
ignore how
gain
close
in
and the
half.
fact that they should have won it,
Well, they got to half. They
it was a
didn't
very
get
good,
half, I should say,
very good
of
eco.
the defuse. It's now something out here. Half armor and an operator looking to get some of those kills, this time on the defensive side.
Oh, they are curious to see.
You just have to have numbers and all go together for you.
Is it just something?
You literally have to have
Cruz
numbers.
right now, his main job
Or
is to
heavy
base-
hold
oh,
over.
I was gonna say just constantly check when he even
Yes,
gets a kill. That's
something
cherry
gets
on top.
punished. They wanted to hold over towards
The
B. They're
bonus
having a nightmare
operator
holding B.
kill. And
And,
the guy
yeah.
who's operating, you could say.
Good
So
timing
that
there.
is going to be huge for Talon now, as the spike is maneuvering towards the site where only Mind Freak is. Does have this cosmic divide and a couple of stars down.
All right, Talon heard this though, but he's just a
Good
second
luck.
master into his own nebula.
They know he's going to try and get out. Okay, nicely done from him. Look at the over rotate. They over rotate all the time, and ever since we had that pause, we've seen Talon taking more timings. Instead of going for the 5-man, they're going for like 4-1s and stuff. So Viper's kind of nice, but it's looking like they're expecting this.
And the run it back. Here
Oh
comes
man,
Sing
they were
on the
expecting
site,
it.
spots
Now
box,
no
and
one's here
denies
watching
one.
this.
Pat's gonna pick up one. He's
Viper
holding down the site. Picks
might
up
not
two,
even have to
make
get
it
involved.
three
How is
now,
Patty killed
as
3?
Sing alone is not gonna be able to get it
Holy
done,
hell.
and Pat holds on to the site for the team.
You know what? I'm on the mic. You can't stop
How
me. Pat
has
is
Patty
back.
killed
We'll say it
3
right
there?
now,
That was
all
kind of
right?
nuts.
All the
Tawai, thank you
doubters,
so much.
he was
Tawai,
shaking at the beginning of
appreciate it.
Pacific. We wondered if
9
he was
months in the
catching
slug
back up
club.
to the meta. It
Chat, let's get some
doesn't
slugs
matter.
in.
He's back in form.
Thank you, mate.
What a hold after the spike plant.
Look at this. All we gotta show is his point of view. 1, 2, 3. And then Jing at the last one.
They even it up and they're on attack. It's definitely Talon's to take. Some of the rounds haven't been too convincing. This was like one of their better ones though, so I'm a little bit worried, but still definitely theirs to lose. The good news for PRX is they have a ult that means they can actually retake B, but they don't. They want to fight site. Again, 4-1 at the moment, taking a risk over towards art the whole time. Obviously, we can see that you can just do this right now, but B's so hard to hold that you have to take a risk somewhere on the map. Or at least they feel like it. Flash and Devi peeks with no one else.
And a great setup from Talon. They expected a potential pop flash here. One person hiding behind, or 2 people hiding behind that nook.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
As you see, Garnett's just kind of drawing the attention. Now, Mind Freak, he's been very patient, both the previous round and this one. He knows that there is this chance.
Maybe there's some util to stop the peek from other people. I'm not entirely sure. They find a good timing here. A lot is up to Mind Freak to try and kill multiple.
Well, Mind Freak may be able to get
Damn.
Damn,
that's actually very impressive. Fair play.
Just on fire right now.
Oh, that was really good.
Meanwhile, he's not gonna get the kill as he waits a little bit too long.
What is this
Forsaken
round?
is just able to swing on him. PRX.
Oh god. And they get ult into the next round for this as well. In terms of Talon's money though, it's fine. Like, it's fine. They get 1-9 loss bonus. They're okay, at least for the next round. But this might be a little bit costly. And that 4v5 crumbled real fast. That was, I mean, it was just another hero play. This team does just rely on outskilling, and they did it this round. Wow, that was awful. Damn, that was awful. What the hell was that we saw? Oh my goodness, it looked way worse from the other from the team's POV. Oh my goodness, that flash swing. What the hell was going on? Okay, but the 1v3 was nice over towards A. That was great. The device swing, dude, it looked 5 times worse from the enemy's POV. There was no util to stop this swing. There was nothing else, and he full wided it.
They are able to oftentimes win their duels. This time they've already pinched Talon into B long. Talon doesn't have much time, and they're not quite aware.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there is a turret behind them.
The Seekers are trying to draw their attention as well, but the turret
they've locked them in here.
Now Talon is aware.
But they might overstep. You don't need to. We don't need to do too much. Every single time, Talon are risking art. Sorry, PRX are risking art every single time in terms of someone lurking through. Like they still could have had the timing, but it is paying off. Like, you're never gonna know until you watch the game back that you could have walked solo art the whole time. No one really does it.
Now Talon, they're the ones who have to choose, and they have a lot more to clear. They don't know where
this is still a question mark. They kind of need to clear this. They have a lot of people here.
Eventually, perhaps wanting to go over.
When does this get cleared? They have a Sky here. He is jump spotting. Flash goes in, Flash goes around the corner, finally cleared it. They heard the flash, it hit no one, so they're going to take the timing. So nice call from Talon. 20 seconds on this though, and we have a heavy rotate even with the ult down. That's how confident they are that it is over towards A.
However, the plant will go down, and the lockdown now wasted.
Oh,
Well, that
The cove actually
was,
saved them.
interesting, but it's going to allow them to get the
10
plants.
seconds on the plant.
Or maybe it should. The spam is coming through as bunch of
Okay, managed to get it
trade backs here.
planted, but
Zane gonna pick
they
up
know at least
two.
one's
but a
elbow.
terrible
I don't know if they know
position.
they're both here.
members stuck in the
The
back of the
spacing
site.
is
Can't win the
horrendous,
first
but
duel.
Forsaken gets
Now
the
with
kill on the second kill.
Forsaken gonna
Okay,
get
nicely
2
done.
headshots into a defuse here. PRX.
Not carries,
smoothly,
thank you so
even though
much.
They wasted their lockdown. Didn't matter. They're still going to be able to take down the
Not carries, thank you, thank you.
and take the round here
4 months in the
11-9.
Slug Club.
I mean, I like
I
the
think
idea
they can't
from
buy now
Talon.
as well. I
They
think that's
realize
2-4
that-
on top
so
of this.
initially they did have to spend
Yeah,
so
I
much
think
time
2-4.
figuring
They're
out
currently
mid,
sitting at
that
like
they
2-8,
spent too much time. They had
2-8,
zero information
3,000.
rather than going there.
So gonna have
Plant
to have a
some
low
of
buy
the
into
lurk,
this, and that potentially gives them
and then go for
12.
B. If Cruz had won that battle, you know, against something, things could have been very different, right? You still have backup.
They
over
locked
on
down
B,
A.
you control
Yeah, so
that.
I mean,
The rest of
we can't be
PRX would not have
fully
arrived
like in terms of the
time.
information. They got the
So,
lockdown. Honestly,
the
made a lot of
idea was
sense,
there, but
right?
something wins that crucial duel,
This is long B.
and then they're
This is
able
the little
to
pillar, whatever.
pressure
So they
the
cleared out
remaining
all of
members
this
Talon into the
information
back of sight.
from
A
elbow,
very
but they
necessary
hadn't
timeout
cleared
here
this,
now.
and then
In the
literally
first
they
half, we saw
flashed
what
in.
happened.
They
called
cleared the back
timeout.
of
They
here. There was
broke
nothing,
away
but they
from
were
that
all
6-round
hiding over
losing
towards here.
streak
So
and
then they
really
took the
clawed all the way
timing.
back to a
But
4-8
in terms of this
half.
being 30 seconds,
See
you
if they
clear
can
all
do
of
it again
this.
here.
Yeah.
You would
Now
expect they're
it's
over
Alex,
towards
the one
A,
who's
to be
laughing,
honest with you.
as Zeus is
But
a
they
little
were
bit more
playing pretty well
animated
against the
in
Sky, right?
coach's
knowing
booth.
that they're going to flash at one point to get info and then rotate.
Uh-oh.
And teams can do that,
Let's just
but this
play.
only works against the
Did they
Sky,
just
right? When
finish
they're
their
clearing the
match?
information.
Yesterday, or was it a day and a half ago?
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry to say,
in
but I
terms of
don't
the
think it
info
went
they
well.
had,
I
all
don't
the
feel
B
bad
being
saying that
clear,
because even
I think
Coach
the
Kaplan
Killjoy
said that in an
lockdown over
interview that
towards
it
A made a
did
lot
not
of
go well.
sense.
So, you know,
Yeah.
Alex is going mad. Zesh, did you see
yeah, but I
the
mean, we
did you
see
see the
that here in
1v3 that they
Pacific too,
lost?
right? I mean, a lot of teams.
I mean,
Talon's
I'd be
one of those
going
teams
mad.
we
This
thought
team
were
is
gonna perform
crazy when I
so
watch
well
them.
here
I
in
don't know. I
Pacific,
don't know how he keeps
potentially
his
just making it all the
sanity.
way into Tokyo. Now they're struggling to find hope to stay alive for the playoffs here in Pacific.
Yeah, it's a really rough spot. I mean, they do have a lot of post-plant utility. I mean, 2 ultimates that should help them. They could use the Judgment to maybe get onto the site, but with the pit,
Okay.
should be able to lock down at least one of these rounds, you'd imagine. Something also gets his head taken off on the way out, mid-dash.
Jesus.
Boys is unhappy with the way this has been going on. Meanwhile,
one, but-
Forsaken,
Yeah, he's
You're a
stunned up.
Killjoy,
He
mate.
stayed too long to fight that duel. Gets hit by the Judgment.
and that's going to allow them to get this plant down. And now they do have the pit on Cruz if they elect to use it.
And
They're
they
in a
have-
pretty good spot.
And they have the fire.
I mean, they can't lose.
Operator and a Vandal pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, they can lose because Viper's lurking.
But he's now wrapping
God.
around. They just need to buy time.
Oh, bouncing off the ground with Chip Boys.
But it's still being held.
It's held. Oh no,
Oh.
they're gonna take him out. Chip Boys gets the kill through the smoke.
What?
As Mind Freak with 2
How did he hit
is
that
going
shot?
to be taken out as Cruz from Link is going to be
Oh,
able
man.
to save the life of this round.
Nice round
That
from
was
Talon.
A little bit more close than it had been.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, Talon, here's the thing, right? They were coming out without the firepower in that round. They're able to claw it back. They're able to steal away some of the weapons. You know, bank a little bit more econ in the case that it really goes down to the very last round. Now,
Oh
that
my
Viper's
goodness.
pit
Is it,
still in the
chat, is one of the
hands.
molding
They haven't
streamers
been
online?
using it
It's Sideshow or
primarily
TMB
because there's always
streaming?
on the lurk as well, but
They must
what
be
I would
losing
love
their
to see
goddamn
is
mind.
using that either as a fake or just to buy a little bit or gain a little bit more control of the territory here. Something clearing out mid with his Blade Storm first.
He's losing his mind, right?
gonna say hello and then back
I
away.
take it. I hope he's
Gonna
losing his
hold on
mind.
to that in a shorty for this round.
Well, we've seen what he can do with that Blade Storm, though. It's oftentimes worth more than a Vandal. I would
He's
say, in
sad.
his hands.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that it gets you one or two ways.
Down on the B side, Talon taking their time with this one, saying that. Hey,
Okay.
it's not
He's out
great.
of
Maybe
it.
they go for
Yeah. Okay.
something
That
a
was
little bit
me yesterday. I was out of it.
more tricky in this round. Maybe actually an A push would be surprising at this point.
So
Okay.
they are going to creep towards it now.
'Cause
they're
it's-
bringing
yeah, 'cause
Cruz with them this
Jesus.
time. So clearly the idea is to put up the pit. Obviously,
Right. Let's focus on this round.
kind of fill up more
It's
of
actually,
the
I mean,
pit, have some
it's
better
very
positioning around
impactful
it
in terms of
as
the amount of
well.
money. We can
Once
maybe have
again,
some
it's up to
drops.
Mindfreak.
They're
Can he
very
buy
close
enough
to a
time?
lot of
Something's here with
ults.
him, though. They're just trying
And
to hold him back
we
in
have a
sight.
lot of ults.
Oh, Garnet's gets up top and they take him out.
Jesus, that was
He
nice.
gets spotted on the minimap by Garnett.
Yeah,
Cruz
the
instantly
dash
reacts,
goes
takes him
in,
out
they
through
see
the
them on the
smoke.
minimap,
Yeah,
he insta
Mindfreak
hits the
gonna get
shot.
aggressive with the
They
Codas
try and stop
here,
the
and
plant.
pit is
Too many
down.
people going for
Zing
this.
now gonna have a hard time. He's gonna throw down. fire here as the spike, though, does get planted, and now Talon in an excellent spot.
Jit Boys, I think he heard some of their movement. No. Oh, he saw the barrel.
Oh, this should be
Well,
free.
can't be
Although
saving
Devi is
really.
looking,
Not today.
he's
Well,
swings
okay,
out
maybe
and takes
today.
him down.
Jit Boys
Got a little bit unlucky with this.
excited at the back of Jing's Phoenix and started.
That was an insane shot though.
You know, not to worry.
Updraft
Talon, they have
dash
econ to buy back.
shows up on the minimap
Will
and
try
just
to
a
find
straight up
other angles.
spam
Now
from the
he
info
knows
of the
they're
minimap.
expecting
It's
other
really
people
nice.
to hunt through the site, but what a round from Talon.
Am I going to
I
upload
mean,
this VOD? Yeah,
just
it's not as
through the
bad
smoke
as what we
through,
saw yesterday,
just exactly
which
on point. Then
says
the
a lot.
Viper's Pit to take control of Art denies any hope of a retake here from PRX.
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of is. Okay, I need to be careful how I word this. It kind of is worse than yesterday, but it's just this is better to watch in terms. This is more entertaining right now. The play yesterday was better,
The last time
but
we
this is much better to watch.
We had Global Esports and DRX, and that was a banger for sure.
Monyet with the, what was it, the
39
kills.
How bad was the game yesterday? Oh man, it's so bad that it's the only VOD I'm not uploading.
Close yet.
Like that bad. Like it's. I'm just accepting it.
Alright, Talon,
I don't want people to watch it.
Now they're going to all in on B.
I'm not gonna do that to people, man.
Any sort of mid push from the double duelist. Now PRX already clearing out main at this point. They'll be able to secure that orb if they so choose, but they don't want to make any noise. They're going to try to take all the time.
All right, here we go. This is actually a huge round. Money on the floor, in the bin. PRX, 3-person pushing over towards here. Talon potentially trying to do what they were doing earlier, or just waiting for a push, maybe waiting for the sky info in terms of the sky flash. They didn't hear anyone.
As in goes the little doggy. He's going to scout out the backside here just a bit. But it's going to buy time for the rotation to come in from PRX as the approach from Talon is quite slow.
All goes in. We have nothing to deal with this, but they were so ready, and this was what they were wanting the whole time.
Safely to their advantage. Forsaken perhaps relying on that himself, but he's going to have to exit. Oh, he doesn't have time.
Doesn't have time. Garnet's not going to
Devi gets one. Cruz. Oh boy, it's a nice molly. Damn, they handled this one well. Devi's still low though, and that's a huge kill. And he's a oh my god, they both ate the flash.
Everybody's flashed.
Shorty not reloaded. Oh, Pat, he's out of bullets on everything. Oh, Jing.
Oh, man. Jing finally gonna take him out now. Meanwhile,
oh man,
there's
a flank on the flank.
Oh, he has the opportunity.
Oh,
he gets a double headshot.
It's free.
Oh my god, this is crazy. Talon played it well though. The flank on the flank was great.
As he doesn't have a chance in the world.
The flank on the flank was great. Damn, that duel over towards here was madness.
For the first time.
I'm really surprised that Patty decided to shoot his shorty before they got into it, but he thought he was going to get spammed in the smoke.
I mean, the sequence of events is just off the wall. I mean, the Des talked about it, fans have been talking about it. If it's Talon and PRX, you know it's going to get crazy. Well, boy, is it over-delivering for sure.
Oh, man. How did they not catch him? And Alex, once again, unhappy, let's say.
I mean, yeah, the coach must be losing his mind. I don't know how he's been here for so long. The amount of times he must have lost years of his life.
Yeah, he's very invested.
Something here, he has to buy a Guardian and half armor.
Meanwhile, there's double operator on the side.
One chance.
They had the money. I'm sure there's a rifle drop somewhere for at least one of them.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Cruz is gonna no.
Oh, he went back. Yeah, that's why he went back to spawn. Just traded out for that Vandal. Now, Jit Boys, if he's holding this with the operator, you gotta imagine that the ideal scenario for Talon is to go.
Flash over towards B. Getting info.
Cruz joining him. Do they try to aggress here onto A main? No, it's just going to be eventually a B hit first. Now, it's at the 1 minute mark, so they do have time to rotate if they want. I like the timing here from Talon.
Yeah. Gonna flash into the site. Not really spotting much. Mindfreak.
Oh man, the timing from Mindfreak there at the peak is crazy.
Who's holding onto this operator still. As the push, meanwhile, coming in onto the B site, in he goes.
3-person push with the spike.
But so is something. He peeks out, doesn't get the kill.
Oh, he thought he had it, but Garness is still flying all over the map. He's still alive.
Oh, the shorty, though. He's going to pick up the kill. He's in the smoke. Down he goes. Pat with the Phantom. He's able to hold it down. He's got the Judgment down here
Looking
as well.
good for Talon to take this one. 2v3.
Now, a fantastic spot. Forsaken has to make some noise. Pat going to take him out. This Mind Freak. Okay. He's got to do this with 11 health just to hold on.
Oh, it's so much. But if he could do it one more time for PRX.
Oh, he's coming out now.
Okay, nicely done from Talon. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, PRX maybe had their chances. I'm being nice by saying maybe. Very nice from Talon in the end, though. Their attack looked really good.
Because Pat's been raining down Judgment here throughout the entire map. So many times he was able to
Their
cycle
attack
through
looked
that
really, really
ultimate.
good.
And we got to remember, this map started 0
in terms of how
and 6.